welcome to Pleasure Container with Jem and Jess. We are two best friends on a healing journey. Over our 2 decades of friendship, we have created a safe space to process our heartbreaking confusion of growing up in a harm-filled world while transforming these feelings into lessons we receive joy from. Our friendship has been a pillar in our healing journeys and ultimately is a gift we want to share with the world.
Hi, I'm Jem, a self-love coach, escort, doula trainer, and singer. That's me in the theme song. Hey! Get comfy, roll up a joint, nourish your body, and unwind with us as we share our unfiltered process, wiggling our way through this goof nugget called life. Remember, shame is a tool of the oppressor, community heals, and pleasure shows the way.
My love language is funfetti, camping and emojis, finger tats, guacamole.
I am nervous stepping out of nannying for forever, which is just, I clock in, I clock out, work's done, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm nervous about stepping into what life looks like when I don't have those clocked in hours. But when I really think about it, I do know how to take care of myself pretty well. I go to the gym. I haven't been making nice foods, but I used to when I had the time to. Like there's a lot of good things to be doing with my time. And I just feel like I actually, even though I'm quitting everything that is regulated, I'm going to be stepping into a routine that is it's just a different routine. It's just completely tailor-made to me. It's all the things that make sense for me with more rest time included because I haven't been able to rest as much as I would have liked to.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm just really excited at this point. I'm nervous. The number one thing I'm nervous about is money, of course, because nannying gives me money. But, webcamming has proven to make money. Yoga will make money.
You can trust yourself to create.
Big leap. Yeah, I can.
To create.
And, the thing is, Carrie taught me this, my stepmom. She says, try things out for 6 months. Give yourself a limit of 6 months. If you don't like it, pivot. Decide something else. But give yourself a goddamn chance.
Love that. I love giving yourself 6 months.
That's what I'm going to do, 6 months, and then I'll trigger it out again in another 6 months. I don't know if I like that word, trigger it out. I don't know how I liked how that felt. I will, trajectorize.
Trajectorize! Yes, bitch! Oh my god. Okay, well, we've been recording for an hour. I mean, I definitely have one more thing I was thinking of saying, but we also can wrap it if we feel like it's a good energetic wrap.
Do we? We didn't talk about grief or any of those other points. Are you getting sleepy?
I mean, it's 8:30 p.m. I'm not getting so sleepy. I did have one more thing I might want to ask.
Okay.
So I want to ask about the simplicity of death. Because, one thing that really kind of, also maybe as a Gemini, just sort of got my goat when I was reading these books I got really interested in death during the pandemic, for the audience who doesn't know. And I wanted to be a death doula for a while. I don't know if I wanted to do it in terms of I could really picture myself doing the work, but I just got very attracted to me to learn about it. And the people would say over and over how people become nonverbal in the process of dying. And there was even one death doula who had this agreement with this, she met this family, and it was a young mom who had a fatal diagnosis, and she had a couple young kids, and she was whip smart and super articulate and a great communicator, and really made a deep connection immediately with this death doula. And they really talked a lot. This woman wanted to know all the details. What am I going to experience? What do you know from your area of expertise? Tell me really about the process. So she was fully prepared. And when she heard that people who were dying became super nonverbal, she made a pact with the death doula. Because the death doula said, I always wonder, there's so much I don't know. I don't know what you're feeling. I don't know what you're sensing. I don't know where you're at because I ask people and they don't reply. They just look at me with this faraway look in their eyes. And this woman said, to the extent that I am in any way able or have capacity, I will explain to you as I am dying, as I'm going through it, what I am experiencing. Anything I can verbalize to the white light or like the guides that are accompanying me. And she was like, I promise to tell you whatever I can. And the death doula kind of like waited with bated breath. And when the time came for this woman to die, she went silent just like the rest of them. She was capable of speaking, but like when the death doula would ask, "Who is with you? What do you feel? What is it like?" She just couldn't put words to it. You know what I mean? And it's like it's the most powerful thing. It's also the most everything. It's the most gigantic. It's all the things, but it's also so simple. Maybe I wonder why is it so hard to put words to?
So it's interesting that you're asking about this because I've been replaying this kind of memory in my head the past few weeks of, so I think you know when, and for the audience that doesn't know, when my mom died, the nurses came in and told us that she was dying, and so we all got into bed, and my dad sat in bed, and I sat on his lap, and she put her head in my lap, and she passed. That's how she passed. And there was a moment when I remember, as a child, you're really receptive. I was 5 at the time, and I remember a moment of sitting there, not knowing what was going on, but feeling like she was gone in this very energetic way. Like she has gone somewhere where I cannot reach her, even though as a child her head was laying right there on my lap. And it was, yeah, it almost just felt like this pathway. It was just a different neural pathway that was no longer right here. And I wonder if that's, you just can't, how could you speak if you're no longer there in that body?
Like they're getting farther and farther away.
We learn about this comes back to the Shen too, the Hun. I might have just said that wrong. But it leaves the body. Like when you're dreaming, it leaves the body. It comes into your body. It's ethereal. It's practiced and taught that it comes into your body 3 days after birth. And then it stays with you, and it's divine, and it's your ethereal soul. And then it doesn't go away when you die. And I wonder if it's not there in the body anymore, and you can't speak, and because it's not there.
Thank you for
sharing. That's fascinating, though.
Thank you for sharing that sacred memory with me.
Thanks for listening.
There was one moment when my Nana was passing. And we visited her in the hospital. We didn't know that she was on her way at the time. She knew, I think, but we didn't know. And she was fidgeting just a bit, just move. There was a quality of presence in her movement. And I knew that she had requested that I sing her a song. And as soon as I began to sing, almost like a switch had been flipped. Her entire body went into a slack, complete eyes closed, full relaxation, like, and I remember just the instantaneous nature of it, as though that she was just taken over by it. I was shocked, and I didn't know what I was seeing. I didn't know what I was experiencing. It took me years thinking back and back and back over that moment to understand. And it was also what made me understand it more was when I started to sing to births. It took me, I guess, a while to open up my throat and sing at births. I don't know why, but it didn't occur to me. I think it was maybe I just wasn't used to taking up space in that way. So taking up like auditory space and being like, I'm going to put my energy into this. That was just a leap, and somebody had to suggest to me, like a mentor, a guide, like you should sing at birth. And I was like, oh. And I noticed at birth, when I sing, the waves get way slower and gentler. It can go from somebody's in wave after wave after wave after wave after wave, and then da, 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 da. You can take the notes and you can bring the energy down with them, and you can massage and play with the energy with the song. You take it to the areas where it's anxious, you bring it down. And when I do it, the people go slack, like my Nana, like they go, and they get so quiet. They get quiet and their labor gets quiet, really quiet. And so I understand now that there is a place that they're going that is not here. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable holding space for their bodies while they go away and like come back.
That is so, the way that you describe your Nana as
like stillness. Utter stillness. But one thing that I just want to maybe get off my chest that's giving me the wiggles and making my stomach hurt, that I would love to be witnessed by you as a friend.
I'm so sorry. What did you just say?
I'm wondering if you would be down to witness something as a friend that really gives me the ick.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Of course.
Where are you right now?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
you look great, but it's just the pants.
It's just the pants. It's only the pants. Okay. So as I fail to use this freaking device to hold my phone. Here we go. Here we go. Let's
go, baby.
This is the thing that really gives me the wiggles. So when Jack was dying, my kitty cat, my family cat that I grew up with, for the audience, my best friend for many years, who I have a lot of regrets over because I didn't know enough about cats to care for him well. And he was kind of the one in the family who always got the short end of the stick. And we did things that I would never do now as an adult cat human, like leave for an overnight and just put a bunch of food in his bowl and just leave with no signal of when we'd come back. And I would never. It's neglect. It is neglect, what we did. There were so many things that he needed that he didn't have. And when he was dying, the technician came in and they had no finesse emotionally whatsoever. they were super awkward, and they sort of explained really quickly like the procedure, and that he would be kind of paralyzed almost with like a sedative, and then he would have the injection that killed him. And it just happened really fast. It's like all of a sudden he was getting an injection, all of a sudden he was limp in my arms, he couldn't move anymore, and then he was dead. And his soul clung to me, and it said, I'm not ready. I don't know what's happening. Where am I? What is happening? Don't leave me here. And I was mourning, and I was feeling, and I was trying to, that's something it took me a long time to put words to. I couldn't have put words to what was happening in the moment. I had never witnessed an actual death before. Never. And my family member was in the room and wanted to get out of there and wanted to be done. And they were putting a lot of pressure on the situation for us to get out and go. And they were ready. They were ready to move on, move out, move forward. And I did not express my not readiness to do that. I didn't feel that I could take up that space and that I could slow that process down. And I did leave Jack with a strong, kind of unbearably painful sensation that he was lost and alone and afraid, and that he was still in his body, somewhere between his body and the other world. It wasn't a smooth exit. The sense I got was that he had lived in his body for so long, and that he was used to his soul and spirit being tied to his body for so long. And also, I guess just because there's audience listening, this is the kind of thing I would talk about with you really freely. I feel vulnerable saying these things because like I'm trying to put words to something that is really just like a somatic impression that I got. And when I say it, it sounds like woo woo, but like this, all I'm trying to do is name my gut. And my gut was like, he was used to being in his body. He was so connected with his body that he didn't know how to exist outside of it. And it felt like this really big uncharted territory that he didn't know how to navigate. And I would have liked to have stayed with him and helped him. And I didn't do that. And I abandoned him in his final moment. And I ended up going to my bed, or my sister's bed in our old house, and I laid there and I just cried, and I tried to, from the bed, feel him and welcome him and rock him and help him. But I felt that there would have been much more that I could do if I had held onto his body longer. And it was a really important lesson for me that physical death and the spirit crossing over do not always happen in the same moment. And like, I'm so grateful to him for teaching me that lesson. And if I could impart anything to the audience and to my future self, it would just be, when you feel an urge to wait, because you can never get those moments back again. Don't rush your way through the process of holding the dying. Like, I just wish I could go back and rewrite it. And I feel guilty to this day.
Is there anything that we could do to help you not feel guilty? Is there any type of conversation that could be had with Jack, with a ceremony, with maybe making oatmeal or some fishy snacks to put for him on the altar?
I'll put a snack for him on the altar. Mary's going to find it and eat it within like 10 seconds, but I'm still going to put it for him. Let's do that.
Oh, I think you learned so much from it, and it's easy to forgive what happened from the outside, but I could see how that would just be so heavy to feel.
It's really heavy. But then it's like, what is holding on to it doing that's good for us or my relationship with him?
Nothing. It's not doing anything good. You could release this. All heavy things can be released. possible.
Send him a guide, I think. I think I want to send him a guide so that it's like a sensation of him not having been left alone.
Oh, yeah, that's so cute.
Oh, okay. I need to put this little snack on the altar and pee and then think of what kind of a guide he would want. Thank you so much for holding this.
You're welcome. Aw, Jack. You are so intuitive to these processes. It's amazing the way that you are able to feel the underbelly of what's really happening, the pulse of life.
Same with you, dude. Same with you. Okay, this might not look like much, but I think for a cat this is good. It's like it's a little bit of like a medicine paste that's like liverwurst flavored that's good, and then it's like a broken up like soft like stick treat in a little bowl, and I think he's gonna like it.
Oh.
I'm gonna put it on the altar now.
Oh. What does the guide for Jack look like? What kind of guide is it? Is it another cat friend? Is it like a cute little bird that's like tweeting around with him?
Oh,
What kind of guide is
part of
it?
me feels like a big cat that can protect and love him.
Oh,
Like a big cat that
love
is
that.
heavy body.
So comforting feeling.
Yeah, heavy body cat that is like
Mommy daddy all in one vibes from this cat.
yeah,
Oh,
mommy daddy vibes, but more mommy, much more mommy.
More mommy. Okay.
Thank you for saying that. And just not ever gonna scare or intimidate Jack. Not anything scary. Only love, only softness. And I think Jack also needs a friend and a playmate and someone to like mess around with. So maybe like another cat like his on his level, because Jack is a really loving, patient, wise, and kind soul. Very, very, very advanced, loving soul. Like so powerfully wonderful. So just a playmate that can really like honor that and see that in him and match him in that, and like that they can teach each other less. Basically, I would like Jack to have like the Jessi of cat. Oh, okay. I'm gonna focus on that for a minute. And I lit the red pine candle. Jack, I'm offering you this treat. I'm offering you this vitamin paste. I'm feeling you. I'm holding the soapstone that Lauren gave us that has the Manipura chakra energy, and I am wishing and praying for power for you and power for your soul, a power that I didn't fully recognize and accommodate for you in your human life, and I apologize for that. You're not your cat life, your feline life. I'm really oh no, I'm about to get I'm really sorry, Jack. I'm so sorry. I love you. I really pray there comes a time when we can find our way to togetherness in a way that's safer for you, and just that I can treat you better. And I long to be reconnected with you when I've gone beyond this grave and make it right with you somehow. But until then, I invite friendship presence into your life of somebody who can be a better friend to you than I was. somebody who can really be with you for the ups and downs and love you the way that Jessi and I love each other. Someone who you deserve, who deserves you. I long for that to come into your heart. I welcome that. And I also welcome the light accompaniment of a protective, larger, feline friend. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that our hearts can stay open to each other. And I'm so grateful for what we got to experience and learn from each other in this life. And I'm sorry again. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. I'm going to draw an angel card now. They're usually at my altar, but I've been using them in my work a lot, so they're in the thing up. Angels, I love you. Do you want an angel card?
I would love an angel card, but let's finish this ceremony and that will be something separate.
I was called to pull a suite of 3 cards. The primary card being
Oh.
manifest. Yeah. Yeah, that's reminding me of my printer. I had a printer in my dream last night where you were wearing the Ariana Grande Valentino outfit. And everybody was trying to use my printer. And I was really mad. I was so mad. And it reminded me of, I think my friend Nick Baird said this, that I was complaining about how printers never really work. And they're so just faulty and kind of shitty and hard to deal with. And Nick was like, you really should give the printer gentleness and credit because it positions itself, unlike many machines, right at the border between the abstract and the material form, and it manifests stuff. And that's not such an easy positionality. So like, be forgiving towards it. And I kind of was reflecting on how I'm a bit of a printer when it comes to like me as a human. Like I'm good at bringing stuff into the physical form. I thought maybe this was some kind of omen.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Mother Mary. Holy shit. She's right here.
Wow.
Well, no, sorry, that's Mary Magdalene. But, well, it's my feminine energy. I want to read what that one says. I think I understand why it's coming up in this particular ceremony. Known as the Queen of the Angels, Mother Mary is the embodiment of unconditional love and compassion. This card calls for you to look at the people in your life as well as yourself with this same love. Mother Mary can help you embrace your gifts and talents and honor yourself in every moment. Sometimes called the divine nurturer, she reminds you to be proud of how far you've come in this lifetime and encourages you to keep moving forward. Mother Mary protects, guides, and supports all children. She also helps you to help other children. Call upon Mother Mary to open your heart and make you aware of what a blessing you are to this planet.
Wow.
It says, share your wisdom for the people who are just listening to audio, and it's an angel who's holding a big stack of books and walking along. Share your wisdom. Within you is ancient and powerful wisdom about the true rules of right and wrong. That sounds like us. As an indigo, you came to this planet to make big changes, and you're not alone in this mission. As you learn more about the changes that should be made to society, this card guides you to share this awareness with like-minded others. That's what we're doing on this podcast, bitch. The more indigos who know their true purpose, because people like you awaken them to it, the more effective this collective mission will be.
Love that. This has all been for Jack's ceremony, right?
It's starting to just, I think, read me at this point. I just was asking
right.
for
I'm
comfort.
like, something has changed. Somehow we've come out of ceremony mode.
Yeah, I think it can just flow naturally. I guess I'll just close the sacred space and say, yeah, the manifestation card says, it's more than just dreaming about what you desire in life. It's deciding that your dreams have already come to fruition on a spirit level and trusting, right? That's really profound.
Juicy.
And trusting that with divine timing, they will appear in material form. It asks you to be aware of how much your energy in the form of your thoughts and feelings affects the reality around you, and to realize the importance of believing in yourself. When you're using your natural manifestation power, you feel complete trust and know that every new day is preparing you for the next chapter in your life. Yeah, I feel like they're basically saying it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the journey. And now we're in this moment of sharing what we've experienced so more people can feel through it and learn this lesson and do better than I did. And they're saying to have compassion for myself and where I'm at. And I definitely hear them. Thank you so much, angels. Thank you for always being there for me. I adore you. I love you. I feel seen. And Jack, enjoy your treats. Thank you for holding this, Jessi.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me be part of it. Jack with a lovely cat. You're beautiful. I love all the colors and the tattoo and the necklace and the septum ring and the pretty hair color.
Thank you. Do you want to do anything ceremonially, or do you want to be held in something in this moment, my love?
I would love to pull a card.
Yeah. 1,000,000%.
From the angel deck.
Yes, angel deck. Okay.
Is the angel deck different than the deck where you pulled Mother Teresa from?
This would be the only deck I would have that would have an archetype like Mother Teresa. I don't think Mother Teresa's in this deck, though.
Who is the card that you just pulled right now?
Mother Mary.
Mother Mary. Is that the card, the deck that you pulled from?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want me to remix those cards back in here so you can pull anything?
Yeah. Unless that's not how you like doing your decks.
I just need to.
I know some people like putting them to the front.
I just need to take a picture of them so I don't forget.
Do you put them to the front so that you don't redo them?
No, not at all. It's just random. Actually, do you mind if I leave them out and draw for you with the remaining cards? I might want to leave these on my filter for a while.
Yeah, that's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
100% positive.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Yes. All right, how many times should I cut the deck?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do it again. Can you give me a new number? There was something happening. It was funky.
3.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. Top or bottom card?
Top.
For people who are listening, it says physical outlet, and it's a dancing angel who has like amazing like jewelry, many necklaces and things around their wrist, and looks very graceful and powerful and mature energetically. This current situation is causing you to hold on to something that the angels would like you to release. The angels are asking you to engage in a physical activity as a source of self-counseling and a means of clearing the way to receive new messages, ideas, solutions, and healing energy. This could be anything from taking a walk or going running to swimming, doing yoga, or playing a sport. Whatever you feel guided to do, know that the physical motion will accelerate the processing and the release of emotions. Indigos need variety, so shaking up your routine can help you find natural physical outlets. For example, take the stairs instead of the elevator, park a distance away from your school or office so that you need to walk farther, or shoot a few hoops when you're stressed. You will feel the positive difference. Do you want a clarifying card?
Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more.
Should we do the numbers on the top and bottom, or do you want to just like...
Yeah, that's how I like doing it. That one, that's poking up the most on that side of things. Okay.
This one?
So...
This one?
That one! Yes!
Okay, we got it. We can also throw out the physical outlet. I always say when I'm doing readings, like if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Like sometimes you're the one who's the authority on your energy. But okay, here we go. Divine timing. Oh. Divine timing. All right, for people listening, this is an angel and they are wearing like an ice blue dress, which is the outfit that the color of the outfit Jessi wore in my dream last night, and they're holding an hourglass and they're looking down with it.
Do they have brown hair with bangs?
Hell yeah.
Are those bangs?
Not really.
Not really.
And the card says divine timing. How would you describe their expression?
Patient. Patient?
All right, here we go. This is a card I used to draw a lot with that man I was in love with. Okay, it says, this card means that the resolution of the situation you're inquiring about is delayed by much more than mere circumstance. It's interesting. Divine timing means that nothing can happen before the dynamics of your life are completely ready for it. Many factors are involved in divine timing, including other people's free will choices. If your wish is fulfilled at the wrong time, the conditions won't be right and the manifestation won't be lasting or permanent. Trust in the divine order of things and know that you're on the right path toward the fulfillment of your wishes and your indigo mission. Keep your faith strong and be open to intuitive guidance that calls you to action. One step at a time, all of your prayers are heard and answered exactly when they're supposed to be.
Beautiful card.
Do you want another now that we're doing a more resonant way of pulling?
I feel pretty clear, but we could do one last one. We could do one last one for funsies.
We could also do one from the cat deck. We could also do one from the Empowered Birth Affirmations deck.
Are there any other decks?
There's also one called Soulful Woman.
Soulful Woman, please.
That's for you.
I'm gonna get some rice milk. I'll be right back. The first card in the deck. The tippity top. Mm-hmm.
For people who are listening, this is a card that says boundaries. It's a woman, it's a soulful woman with red cheeks and an orange sky, and she's holding a bird. There's a bird perched on her hand, and underneath it says, my clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. My boundaries are like energy doors that help me manage my life. At times, I keep the doors open, inviting in blessings from others and my environment. At other times, I close the doors to nourish my own creativity, energy, and well-being. I feel good about having boundaries and for being able to say, no thanks. For I know that by saying no, I am saying yes to something else, something that's more important for my growth, healing, and enlivenment. Having clear boundaries allows me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. Boundaries are an essential part of my self-care and self-love. Divine timing and boundaries, baby. And on that note, thank you to everyone who's been listening. We will see you in 2 weeks. We're releasing episodes every other Wednesday at 11:11 Berlin time. And you can, tune in and subscribe to the pod. And we love you. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe. If you want to stay in touch with Jem, subscribe to my email list on rainbowdoulaberlin.com. That's rainbowdoula Berlin.com. And follow me on Instagram at Jem _rainbow_healing.
To stay in touch with Jess, please go to roottwinkle.com. That's ROOTWINKLE.com.